we go through this doorway and off to the left. Through this doorway, there's a sword here that I'm not particularly fond of, but for whatever reason I am compelled to pick up all early game items. And who knows, maybe you'll want to have an S-stock. It's a sheerly stabby, like an oversized rapier, basically. It has only thrust attacks. The transient curses that I just picked up, the primary bad guy here in the New Londo ruins is a ghost, and you cannot attack them if you are not cursed. So you can use a transient curse to serve as a like pseudo curse status to allow you to fight them. Because if you were to actually become cursed in this game, it halves your life bar. Alright, so we only have 61 souls and I don't need them, so we're going to do this. Because all I came for was that Firekeeper soul. So now that we have it, we're going back to Firelink, and we will use the Firekeeper soul to go down here and talk to the Firekeeper. It will tell you that she doesn't speak. But you can reinforce your Estus Flask with the Firekeeper soul we just picked up. And as you can see, Estus Flask is now +1. A little bit later, we'll get another one of those, and we'll turn our flask into a +2 flask. Which, even at this amount of health, I'm not sure that it's like a full replenishment, but it's significant. It's substantial enough. Alright, so we'll call that lift back up here. And I'm going to tell my dog to stop licking my toe. Weirdo. Waiting. And hop back on the lift. And this time when we get back down to the bottom, instead of cutting off to the left through this doorway here, we're going to go this way. Oh, little sidebar. In early game, there is a guy down here who is a magician, and he's also a low-level armorer. I'm not going to talk to him right now because I don't need anything from him. But in early game, if you find Titanite shards and you, for whatever reason, have not found the blacksmith Andre that we will meet later, you can go talk to that magician down there. So yeah, that master key we used as a starting gift has now just gotten us through this gate. And as you can see, that's a large soul of a nameless soldier. That is a later game kind of soul item, which is good for, I want to say 1,000 souls. I'm not 100% certain. I don't remember all of the amounts of souls that those items are good for. I know that the low-level ones are 200 for a regular soul of a lost undead, which I will use at some point during this video. And the next one up, the large soul of a lost undead, is 400 souls. I just use those to try and like fill out when I need a couple more souls for a level or a weapon upgrade. Alright, so this rotten dragon here, if you wake him up, he will swat at you and basically one-shot you, and he will also spew poison at you. And the way to avoid waking him up is to simply not get that thing directly in front of us. We don't want that one. We want that one. So walk in a little bit, and as soon as you can, pillage that corpse. This is the sword that I want to get that requires us to up our faith stat. Soul of a Proud Knight. That one I think is worth 2,000 souls. That Astora's Straight Sword. Well, if you see there where it has the red 14 on faith. Hang on. Yeah. Where it has that red 14. Yeah, here we go. If you hit select, you can look at, you know, all of these things, the required parameters here. Let me get out of that. The red 14 over there, that means we do not have enough faith right now. And if you look at the right, you can see that my faith stat is level 12. So I have to spend 2 more levels on this in order to be able to use this sword. But this is what I want to use for this early portion of the game. Taking a sip of my coffee. One sec. We've got our sword. I've explained it. Now we're going to continue on this way further into the Valley of the Drakes. And even from here you can see them. Those blue drakes down there. Those are going to be a little bit problematic. They are definitely stronger than we can contend with. And they shoot lightning breath. So what I'm going to have to do is try to approach relatively quickly and then stop running and roll out of the way to avoid the lightning breath. Here's hoping I make this through on the first try. What I said before about parry timing, like input timing differences between the Switch and the PC version. Shit. See, that's what I was trying to avoid. What I was saying before about the input timing differences between the Switch and the PC also apparently applies here. On the Switch, those things are incredibly easy to just run up to and run right alongside of. I tried to do that a little bit while preparing for this video, and just simply running up to them and running off to the side got me electrocuted. Both times that I tried it, so I'm just assuming 100% that I cannot time it right on PC like I could on Switch. And that sounds like some amateurish blame the equipment stuff. I know, but hey, whatever. That's my experience. I'm sticking with it. But I'm going to go down and be stubborn and do that again. Because we are actually going to have to do that 2 separate times to get some of the items down here that I want. Alright, so again, out that door, drop down, through this door, up these little stairs, up the stairway here, through the door we opened, into the Valley of the Drakes. I can run. And now we don't even have to mess with that dragon. We can just keep on running. Oh, you know what's foolish? Nuts. I didn't level up. I had that Soul of a Proud Knight, which is good for 2,000 souls. That could have gotten me a couple more levels. And then I could already be wielding my Astora's straight sword. But whatever. And that green blob there is my my bloodstain, and it's not worth picking up because it's 0 souls. No, see, we got it. This sucks. I'm gonna end up dead again. Oh god. Holy crap, I almost got chomped. Alright, cool. We're gonna run on. Okay. Wait for the stamina to replenish. Now, the ones up ahead here are a lot easier to just kind of, do that. I want this. That was almost bad. Oh! I'm still going to be stubborn, and I'm still going to come down here and do all this crap again. Actually, you know what? I'm not going across this bridge this time. There's a ring up there, and you know what? I don't really need it. So now that I have the Brigand set, I'm going to change my gloves, simply because these are a little bit better in some physical defenses, even though I lose some bleed resistance, but they're also much lighter. You can see the weight 3.5 on the hard leather gauntlets that we started with, but the Brigand gauntlets are only a weight of 1.8, so I'm going to switch to those, because weight savings is always a good idea. And I am going to use, which one do I want to use? I need 2 levels. Yeah, I'm going to use the Soul of a Proud Knight. And I'm going to get a couple more levels. so that I can switch to that straight sword that I want to be able to use. Or Stora's straight sword. So there we go. I have... Cool. I'm up to where I need to be with faith. And since I still have 432 souls, and my next level is at 811, I am going to use the large soul. No. I will use the soul of a nameless soldier, I guess. This is going to be more. This is like 800, I think. Yeah. But I'm going to use that to give me another level in vitality, because why not? That was silly. I wish I would have had a large soul of a nameless soldier. Or no, whatever. Large soul of a lost undead. That would have made more sense. Actually, how many of those do I have? Sorry, a little indecision here. I'm going to get one more of these. No. Good idea. Actually, while we're here, let's reap this area. So here is some humanity. As I said, you can use those to upgrade bonfires. Other bonfires later in game, to get the amount of Estus charges up. But I'm not going to use any of those now because we don't need them. This guy's got fire bombs, and I'm going to equip those. Oh, you know what? Also, when we got the brigand set, we also got a spider shield, which is heavier, but it's better for fire defense, and fire defense is something that we will encounter in early game. And it also says it has resistance to poison, so let's see if that helps us later when we run into some rats. I'll switch to that. Right, we got our fire bombs. I'm not gonna mess with that guy. He's a cleric, and he's kind of a turd. Later on, he'll be part of some shifty quest lines. There's a soul of a lost undead, and there's another one of those that I want to pick up. But first, we'll go this way, drop down here, turn around, go out here, drop down here, and here are a bunch of goodies, none of which I'm actually going to use. But cracked red eye orb, those are used for invasions, so you can do some PvP. And there are still a fair amount of people playing this game. As we go through this video, you'll see their messages. Homeward Bone, that's what I want. You'll see their messages and blood stains. There's definitely still a community playing this game. Alright, so over here is where I want to put my Homeward Bones. And those are used to transport you to the last bonfire at which you had rested. I have these 400 souls. Before I do anything silly down here, which I will do next actually, I want to run up here and get another soul item, because I can get one more level and I would prefer to do that. Oh, shifty skeleton. Maybe I can take him out. Though, those guys are pretty... Ooh, he fell off. Nice. He rolled right off the cliff. Incidental victory. Yeah, like, see right here. There's a bloodstain. Other people are still playing. So you will not be alone, Good Hollow. Alright. Yeah, and see there are messages here. And, oh, what was this? I have... Oh, that was another player. That made more sense. Midge, can you get down? Sorry, my dog's all up in my business.